Lawmakers have less than 3 weeks to hash out a budget agreement with the governor. And among the many items on the table, a request for $300,000 for defibrillators at schools. NBC Connecticut political reporter Mike Savino joining us live. And Mike, why are people pushing this?
Well, Amber, if somebody goes into sudden cardiac arrest, experts say there's just a 3-minute window to put a defibrillator to use to have the best chance of saving someone's life. And today I talked with a grieving father who's now making it his mission to ensure that schools have the equipment and the training to put it to use.
I was always a big kid, had a big heart.
Elijah Rivera had big dreams of playing football in college, and maybe even professionally. But at just 15 years old, he suffered sudden cardiac arrest during a 2023 practice at Windsor High School and died. Now his father wants to make sure schools have the ability to prevent similar tragedies.
You know, it's a hard question. It's hard to think about, where was it, or what would the accident have been if things were different when it comes to that.
State law requires schools to have cardiac emergency response plans in place, but only if they have the money available. The American Heart Association wants the legislature to include $300,000 in the budget for defibrillators and training, and to mandate all districts have that plan.
I've seen these legislators move mountains in just a matter of days. So the amount of money that we're looking for is $300,000.
The money is not currently in any of the budget proposals presented by Governor Ned Lamont or from lawmakers, but there is some bipartisan support to make sure this gets in the final spending plan.
The biggest life-saving tool when it comes to cardiac arrest is an AED. 9 out of 10 individuals who experience cardiac arrest who are defibrillated in the first minute survive.
The American Heart Association estimates 23,000 children each year suffer sudden cardiac arrest outside a hospital. Jay Rivera wants to make sure those families have a different story to tell.
If those things were there, available, we might be having a different conversation now, right? Could be a life-saving situation instead of a tragic one.
Now, we are in the middle of a 2-year budget, so lawmakers are typically limited in the kind of changes they could make to the second year of the budget. But Rivera says training is key. He says that coaches thought his son was initially having a seizure, so he wants all people around children to be able to understand how to respond to a sudden cardiac arrest when one happens. Live from the Capitol, Mike Savino, NBC Connecticut News.
Mike, thank you so much for that report. We appreciate it.